What's up, guys? It's Tuesday. I'm recording this day. I usually don't record. I usually record on Mondays and Wednesdays, but I had to work late yesterday. Real life, guys. And I said I'm not gonna wait till Wednesday to give you guys one. Let me hop on here. And I've been scouring the the hobby webs, Instagram and Twitter and the whole deal for what to include in the hobby news this week. And it was I'm gonna call it a slow news week, right? I mean, the we had the biggest news story of all last week at Dallas with the card show heist. Which, man, I'm hoping you know the reward keeps getting increased. I hope, and we get some real meat to the story. I'm a big fan of Dateline. I love they're piecing the crime together after the fact when they have all of these facts later on. I want to know where these cards are right now. I want to know, who's doing what with them, how many of them are already cracked out and at a different crater, and who and how and the whole deal. And I don't know, I guess 70 grand wasn't enough to narc on anybody yet, but if that gets up, there might be somebody who knows something, who says, hey, that's enough money. I may have to drop the dime here. So it's funny. It has me thinking about shows. It has me thinking about the news. Not a ton of news, man. But had me thinking about that and the shows and at this time of the year where you have the national prep. I mean, there are some people I know going to the national in a couple of days, like going this coming weekend. I know a lot of people who are going to be there in a week. And then people actually start filtering in there. Next Wednesday. You're talking about mere days away. But this is the time of year where everybody's talking about the baby powder and the wear comfortable shoes and the battery chargers and stay hydrated and bullshit. My friends at Sports Card Radio actually had the greatest hint of everyone. It's Amazon Prime Day today, guys. Like, go buy some AirTags, right? Go buy a tracking device and put it with your stuff because you're going to be walking around with cards. That Dallas show made a lot of news last week. And even if that didn't happen, the Cleveland show would have a lot of an element you don't want to be dealing with. Now it's probably going to be increased because of that. If you're a criminal with any type of talent and you read that somebody walked away unscathed, 2 seconds with $2 million worth of merchandise that's, for lack of a better way of saying it, almost untraceable, right? I mean, these were not modern cards with serial numbers. These are vintage cards that, once they're no longer in the plastic slabs with a certain number, very hard to say this is that, this is this is the same card. And you're, criminal element reading that and saying, let's go shooting fish in a barrel over there in Cleveland. So first thing I was thinking of, what steps can you take, right? I mean, if you carry your cards in a Zion case or a backpack or whatever it is, you guys got to put like a tracker in there. You have to, be more careful. If you're a dealer especially, but even just folks who are walking around with $20, $30, $40,000 worth of cards, cash, you name it. It is a target-rich environment at the National. I know the National came out saying that they're increasing security, and that's great. You need to have those type of articles out there as well to kind of counteract, the bad press that was, from this. It had me thinking about shows. I'm going to get into Fanatics, what my title means in a second, but it had me thinking about the space in general, right? And I've been one of the few people to try to compare it to crypto, and that's because we saw crazy runs and things like Top Shot and Panini Digital, and those are based on sort of blockchain platforms, and you see kind of the comparisons, but there's always been fraud in our space. There's always been scams in our space. This takes it to another level, right? Because of just the dollar signs that we're talking about, just the amount that was taken. But I mean, the crypto space, it's the same kind of thing. People with bad links and giving away their keys, and having money stolen, and sending ETH to the wrong address, and I mean, just hacks all over the place. It's just. I want to say, wow, this space is just full of fraud, but it's kind of anywhere. And the only thing you can do is, try to take steps to prevent it from happening to you. And even if you do, you can't prevent it in full. You know what I mean? You have to take steps to prepare yourself. And if you're going to Cleveland, which I'm not, but if you're going to Cleveland, maybe invest in, forget about a battery charger, but I think those air tags are like $20. I think I saw on Amazon today, like a 4-pack for 70 something bucks. Put one in your case, put one in your wallet, put wherever your cash is. I mean, even if it's not stolen, if you put it down at a table and you walked away for 2 seconds, it's going to alert you. You know what I mean? And you're going to be able to turn back around and say, shit, I left my case here. I left my card here. I left my backpack. It's one of those tips I don't really hear too many people talking about. I'm sure people are. I'm not really consuming a ton of content, but this is technology. Use it. It's something that can help you. And I'm not just going to go all full heel and be like, wow, this space sucks. Everyone sell all your cards, because it's much harder to hack your TD Ameritrade account or your Charles Schwab account and get your money out of there than it is for someone to steal your cards. There's risks inherent in everything, but what I'll say is that seems like a pretty easy fix. Something that you can kind of layer on to your national prep or whatever show you're going to, and be done there. Other fun stuff. Haven't heard much about the Netflix show making records. I'm sure it is. Maybe that's old news already. That's the way kind of the news cycle works. Fanatics. I talked last week, and again, I'll keep this short, guys. I talked last week about the national and why I'm not going. A quick little pause here. I was still considering going. I got to tell you, I was considering going. Maybe this is on me. Even up to a couple weeks ago, I was still, I won't tell people, but I'll just kind of fly in on Friday. You know what I mean? And I was looking at airfare. I live in New York. There are, probably 5 airports that I can fly out of, all within 40 minutes from my house. It's pretty easy to fly in Cleveland. It's a big airport also. I can fly out of JFK, LaGuardia. There's one in Islip. There's one in Westchester. There's Newark, even if I need to get to. Anyway, and I looked about a month ago, and I was like, wow, LaGuardia, Delta. You could fly into Cleveland in the morning and fly back home at nighttime, and round trip in the same day. You were talking $120, $130 each way. Nothing. Like I could do that on like a whim. You know what I mean? And I don't have to pay for a hotel, the whole deal. I'm like, I could just fly in, walk around. I wouldn't say incognito, but just enjoy the show, look around, spend a few hours, and and leave. I looked this week. And those $100 and something, the $200, $250 round trip is now $700, $800, $900 to fly in round trip. If you haven't booked yet, get on that, or you're going to be surprised when you go and look. I guess everybody's going. I guess it's gotten a little more costly. I got to tell you. I want to say I was upset about that. I've been saying all along to everyone, I get a lot of DMs. Are you really not going? I'm like 99%. I've never really said like 100%. If it's $1,000 to get there and spend a few hours, that you can move me from 99% to 100%. That is not happening, right? That is not happening. And if you're planning on buying a bunch of airfare for your team to go, you might think about renting a car or a van and get that team in a van and have them drive there, because New York to Cleveland is only about 7 hours. So, if you haven't looked yet and you were expecting to come back on and, the week before or in this next couple of days and still see those $100 tickets, I got news for you. They are not there. So, my fault, I guess. I should have just booked the airfare, and if I didn't go, I would eat the $250. But I did not do that. There's a regret. We talk about our mistakes in the hobby. There's a mistake. I would not be at 100% no. If I had that ticket, I probably would be more like, 91% no and 9% actually going, especially if I already bought the ticket. But a big reason that I'm not going is because the Fanatics Fan Fest is a couple weeks after, and it's literally in my backyard. It's a block away from where I work. You guys have heard me talk about that forever. And I was thinking about it today because I haven't bought my tickets yet for that either. And seeing the price of airfare go up on me, a little sneaky increase in airfare I was thinking to myself, well, they're probably not going to increase the tickets, but maybe something might sell out. Like maybe the VIP level might sell out. Maybe I want to get that. And that has been, I don't want to call it such a quandary, right? But that has been my my question, right? The VIP package is $400 and something. It gets you admission for all 3 days. There is no way I'm going for all 3 days, especially with the East Coast National that same weekend. I know my son wants to go to FanFest, and I know he also wants to go to East Coast National. Most likely, I'll split the Saturday, Sunday, one day at one day at the other, and try to take him to both. I'll try to go Friday to FanFest as well. Day tickets are like $50-something. So I'm looking at, do I spend like $110 to buy 2 tickets, one Friday, one Saturday, or do I buy the 400 and change pass? That's nice. Let's call it a $350 difference, right? Call it $350 difference between going for 2 days on regular tickets and getting a VIP pass. Normally I'd say, let me get the VIP pass because I look at, wow, it's going to be like so much stuff. It's going to be great stuff. Let's pause for a second. I am slightly surprised because we are a month away. Today is 1 month from the first day of FanFest. And how little has been said about what you can expect there. A little surprised. Maybe it's the first one. Maybe something be changed. But I'll tell you, I know Tom Brady's going to be there. But whether I buy the day pass, the VIP pass, or the super VIP pass, I'm not meeting Tom Brady. I know this. KD, the rest of the crew, the pictures, all the posts, I'm not meeting all those guys. I know they're autograph signers. The VIP pass does not get me a signature for any of those guys. Doesn't get me any. I would have to pay more and, wait online and do all that stuff. So I already know what the VIP pass is not getting me. It's not getting me Tom Brady. It's not getting me any of those people. So the question becomes, what is it getting me? And there's some discussion of like, first early access and some VIP stuff. And, I think it's like, money that I can spend on fanatics.com and the whole deal. I'm not a breaker of cards online. When I re-upped my my PSA membership, I think I got an email with some credit for breaking, maybe on Fanatics Live. I think there might have been some loop credits at some point. Those are all expired or wasted on me. They're somewhere. I have no idea what they are or where they are. I should probably go try to find them. But I'm not getting $50 or $100 or whatever it is on Fanatics Live because I'm just not going on Fanatics Live. Nope, not doing it. Now, what my hope is, and I may buy this just on the gamble that it is, with all the talk of this is a Comic-Con type of event. Well, there's a Comic-Con, and why don't we have that? And we're going to do our own for sports. My hope is that the VIP ticket comes with some sort of exclusive merch or the right to buy the exclusive merch. A swag bag. Let's call it swag. A little swag bag. At the National, Panini gives out packs. I never seem to get one. I don't know where they are. I'm lost in the shuffle at the National. I don't know how you get them. Card Collector 2 seems to get 5,000 of them every year. I don't know if you got to buy them. I have no idea. But he seems to get a lot of National packs. A lot of people get National. I never get any. I'm like one. If I were in charge of the event, I would announce that they're making special cards. A pack. Why not? Fanatics just announced that they're doing a Panini style thing at the National regarding redemptions for Topps, right? Just like Panini does, they set up appointments. You can, get a box, a 1-of-1, white box, black box, you name it, flip it open, rub it down, and your redemption is gone because they never redeemed it. Same thing with Topps, right? For every $100 redemption value you have, you can get one of these redemption boxes. All right, well, that's a good Panini idea. I think the Panini National packs are a great idea. They should let people know that every VIP gets a pack, 2 packs, 5 packs. Why not? You know, a Wemby, like a Topps now for the National. Call it National now. Hell, put a friggin' Wemby auto in there. Forget it, VIP will sell out in 5 minutes. Probably can't do that, but you get the point. You can do something. Something that is not that costly to Fanatics. It definitely doesn't cost them $350. An autograph's a different story, but you understand what I'm saying. It could be a limited pack. Every card in it's limited. It could be, Stroud, Wemby, you name it, right? National specific card that's in there that someone who's buying, who's thinking to himself, do I go? Do I not go? Do I upgrade my ticket to a VIP? What am I getting for it? Something that doesn't cost Fanatics anywhere near the $350 extra that they're getting for someone who is going to, gladly fork over that extra money for a VIP to get this extra, to get this national exclusive. And I'm kind of surprised that there hasn't been anything like that. Nothing. Oh, I just got a text. Nice video the other day. Friday rumors become Tuesday news. And there you go. Look at that, guys. You remember my Cage 6? Looks like I was right. I said Whatnot was going to have a Cybertruck at the National, and there it is. The ultimate chase. Alongside the 2024 National. The Breakers Bowl. And up for grabs, a Tesla Cybertruck. Cage 6 is right again, guys. Cage 6 is right again. Gotta love it. Anyway, guys, that was what my feel was for today. I'll keep you posted. What I'd love to know is, what would you do? What would be something cool that Fanatics can put in the swag bag, that VIP package? When you walk in, they hand it to you, and you're like, money well spent on my 400. Doesn't matter that I'm not going to go meet Tom Brady. Doesn't matter that I'm not going to go meet Kevin Durant. I'm thrilled that I'm here. I'm happy I'm here because guess what? Look what I just got. I got this pack. I got this cool item that only me and the other people who paid the extra to be Fanatics VIPs, we're the only ones who have this. We're treated like a VIP. What would you do? What kind of card would you have them make? What kind of, bonus item would you have? Would it be a jersey? Would it be a hat? Everybody's got their own kind of thing. Would it be, I don't know, you get one free autograph. You can go stand online for one of the people. I don't know what it is. For me, the easiest thing, because I'm a card person, is I'd want a card. And you don't have to look much further than take a look at the last couple of golden auctions, and you'll see the Wemby that was in national packs last year for Panini. It wasn't fully pack inserted, and it wasn't something available to the public, but you can make an argument that it was his first card in a Spurs uniform. It's a Nationals card. And graded ones have sold for like between $5,000 and $10,000 recently, in the last couple of weeks, in their auctions. So there are ways to create value for the VIPs. I'm a little surprised that we haven't heard anything from Fanatics about it yet. We've heard a lot of great stuff about how they're not trying to be the National. They're not trying to compete with the National, trying to be something different from the National. Okay, but that doesn't mean you can't take some of the good ideas from the National that make the National good and add them to your event to make it even better. Let me know what you think, guys. I'll come back again this week. There's always more to talk about. I'm like Mr. Rogers. I'll have things I'd like to talk about, and so will you. Talk to you guys soon.